So again, this one would have no x-intercept because it's moved up, and it does have a y-intercept. Okay, so last one. Pretty common one. Two x-intercepts. One of them is at 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 0. And then the y-intercept is also at 0, 0. So the y-intercept and the x-intercept could be the same, but not only be the only x-intercept or the only y-intercept. Okay, so how do you calculate the x-intercepts or y-intercepts without graphing? Well, if you would have noticed that every x-intercept was a x value 0. So we're going to plug 0 in for y, and then we're going to solve for x. And then if you notice, every y-intercept was a 0 for x, and then a y value. So we're going to plug 0 in for x, and solve for y. And so you're going to do that for each equation, and you're going to get the answer. So here's the first one. So I'm going to first do the x-intercept. So the x-intercept, I'm going to let y equals 0. So 0 equals 2x minus 8, and I'm just going to solve this equation. Add 8. 8 equals 2x. Divide by 2. X equals 4. So when you write that, you would write 4, 0. Because you have x equals 4 and you plugged in 0. Now we're going to do the y-intercept. I think the y-intercept is easier because now you let x equals 0. So y equals 2 times 0 minus 8. You don't have to solve, you just calculate. 0 minus 8, or negative 8. So that would be 0, negative 8. So if you graph this, you don't have to. This would cross at 4. It would cross at negative 8. Whoops. Sorry, it would be, actually, this would be a line. Can't be a parabola, it's not squared. Okay, next one is a parabola. So we're going to do the x-intercept first. So we're going to plug 0 in for y. Now notice most times we had, whoops, sorry, this is 27. We had two x-intercepts. So we're going to, I don't know why I'm going to make that a 24. So negative 27 equals negative 3x squared divided by negative 3. 9 equals x squared. Then you have to square root it, and when you square root, you get two answers, plus or minus 3, and that's where you get the two x-intercepts. Negative 3, 0, and 3, 0. Now the y-intercept, again, I think that's easier. You're just going to let x equals 0. 0 times anything is 0, so 0 plus 27, that would give you 0, 27. If you guys remember the 27, move the graph up 27. So this graph, you don't have to graph it, but it would look something like this. It's upside down because the negative, and it would be way up at 27. So most of the time, you're going to get two x-intercepts. Okay, last question. This is a line, not a parabola, so we should get 1. Just doing with a fraction, so we're going to do the x-intercept first. So we're going to let 0 equal y, and we're going to solve. Now, when you solve, you're going to have to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. This is going to cancel out. This will always cancel out, and you get x equals 5. And then the y-intercept, y equals 2/5 times 0 minus 2, which would be the -2. So I want you guys to notice that the last constant number is your y-intercept on every question we did. Okay, so homework should be very similar to that. Pretty easy. Look in the graph, do the x, y-intercepts, and solving. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Anytime you have a question, please message me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope to see you guys soon.